Right. Excellent.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Federal Bureau of Control. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder: certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited material. Unauthorized weapons, pages, laptops, smart watches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2 pencils, an objected iconic representations of an architectural concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bowls. All materials under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your superior immediately. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple containment breach shifts detected. Head of research override. HRO protocol activated.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
There you go. Staff assigned dated Santa Initiative construction. Minor. Office equipment, janitor costs, mold removal, HQ liability costs. Breakdown, cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5, 5-year commercial chart, see page 9. I'm going to be real talking all in this game because there's a lot more stuff to read.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Intentional. A shark in his secure, although secure, resolute. Following basic protocol, shoot to kill. Good luck.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Well, the oldest house. Proceed deeper into the burrow. This way. What about here?
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help? Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Minded drafting any public-facing material. While penning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words phrase to use. In the service of his/hers country, regret, pride will be remembered. Words/phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood/bleed, loss, and apology/sorry. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara, not a single one. Trench.
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? Something's outside. What's coming here? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
The board's instructions to complete the astral plane challenge.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun. hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Oh, Jesus,
What is that? You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Yep, oh dear. Hiss guards. Further research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted security guards confidential. Summary. The Bureau has many international security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use standard issue bullpup rifles they carry prior to corruption. While the armored guards carry bullpup shotguns, they have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does this Hiss mature in organic process over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals combat training? Does the Hiss have levels of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though so it's obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on their use of their weapon. Read a file for the full report. Service weapon OP1KE. Containment procedure, no unique procedures required. Description says parity, the object is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilians to. This object must be only bound by individuals seeking the role of. The object will determine whether, if rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the criteria is unknown. Background: the object was reserved inside the oldest house in the room. This is now used as the director's office. A popular hypothesis, many forms throughout history. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Beryl and Tastra, all the weapons that of their wielders, if objects of powers are the convergence of forces based on the collective consciousness. This may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, see Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. This is a spectre from the director. So much respect from the director, the responsibility, the privilege. Zachariah Trench.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Ooh, oh dear me. Ow. Oh. Ow. Oh my god. Stop shooting up the place. Alright. See you over there. I'm gonna turn that down a tad. It's the no, it's probably a 30. Okay, that's much better.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Same thing.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items.
Generation at 7 PM at Ches Amber. Wait for me there, don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby reception. Remember, she's turning 46. Conceptual material, undefined reading. House memory. Federal Bureau Patrol. For Marshal Eyes only. Marshal, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Not anything, just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes drive before that. Team's getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort out the fake AWEs for the real things. Well, you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody makes you hum it over and over.
How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relationships. We are proud to serve the United States and her people. We strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nature's infrastructure. If I do not believe, then ask these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you here from New York City or just visiting? How do you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, please explain that this is a federal federal office that they need to leave. The answer seems let's took them to a private room. They perform the Gunnar's physiological assessment. If their responses are within acceptable range of deviance, see the provider scoring sheet then immediately. Right, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Summary. Overlays are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize a certain, informed by our own, popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially in pop culture using our Burrow-made anthology television program. Once the seed is assigned, human imagination exaggerates the details. Certain paranormal phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on parasites that consume human through deep punctures of the. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children; they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Further file 49366942 for full report. Ow, what's a grenade? Ow.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director
Faden.
Call me Jessie.
Okay, Jessie. I'm Emily. Look, somehow, this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
That works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the Hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jessie, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the Hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the Hiss out. It didn't work. The Hiss has burrowed out, rips them apart.
Jessie, over here.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jessie.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, He mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything.
The only person you should fail is yourself. Zachariah Trench.
You want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms... The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the Hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the Hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The Hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the Hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Got it. Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew. I'm not sure. Did you see anything like...
No.
The source, see the oldest house, openings, I don't even know where to... But in the lockdown hall, the Hiss escaping the pretty shit...
With you on that. Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
No way. Week 83 report. For visiting the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Scarlet Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Expenses: accommodation $83.29. Pence. No, cents. Yeah, cent. Meals $318.84. Gasoline $295.12. Minibar asterisk $313.61. I do wonder if the motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Riley and myself were very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road. Agent L. Hines. The boys in the research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking is whiskey is my ritual. Okay, I'm not loud.
It's overpowering here.
Okay, never mind. I'll go
You
there.
don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
This barrier. This agent. Field research on his entity, his corruption agent, confidential. This manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and at least intense form is seen in the many corrupt agents floating through the Bureau. The Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious human physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation and infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi booster. Or their cocoons prone to enter the next stage of resolution. When attacked, his agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into prudent resident form. Research is ongoing. Further fault for approval forward. Previous research on his entities, his barrier, confidential. Summary: the Hiss resonance is the Hiss resonance field is a physically impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barrier appears as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy them all. Concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity with the Hiss entities in the area. Resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-consistent sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from the sources, the barrier will fall. Does the inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does distinction made any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of the building walls to prevent the movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Pursuit for full report. Deadlifts. Ooh, go away. Cleansing. Yay.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Machine God. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine would be his body, his heart, his mind. I made it, but just like the dream showed me, I used a monitor from the refrigerator and the coil from my toaster and the fans plus the timing belt for my car's engine and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move just yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. How on his own. This is just beginnings. This is a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use dialing plate on the God. On dialing plate on God. Trench, a letter of approval. Greeting, Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Deadlifters Archive. Catalogue the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Signed for the more functional purpose, Archive will allow us reserves as windows into authentic human encounters with paranormal worlds. The letter came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeniable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all the letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events. Even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or special connection to the AEWs and other alternate materials. Thank you again. Can't wait to delve into dead letters. P. Bartle. Dead presidents. To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They will have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower. I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have a great dead man telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. Please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Your earnest, James Bartholomew. Shatter. Okay, never mind. Book Club Samson. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around like the catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story with the space battles, I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some holy hoity-toity flowers and gun space hippies, we're a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday. I know who I'm picking. Scene was scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms and those space dogfights between these two ace pilots. Sign me the F up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me is when favorite character got killed, not even halfway through the story, by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by gravitational anomaly. He just didn't feel necessary at all.
Object of power. Looks like the hiss had latched
Ow.
onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Ow.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director. There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Where did it go? Oh. Hello. A powered box. This ranger. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed, extraordinary expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration. Including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by the Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranoia abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training of the Hiss Rangers capable of applying into a situation, it is feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree, or is the Hiss able to tap into the combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Summary: Brew only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are introduced in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed to use the use of explosives in Dimension's distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. His demolition experts are the only observed HISS variants to world specifically built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the HISS restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who trained specifically for its use. What does that tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupt entities? Still too many unknowns. Threat to about floppy disk. Oops. OP5KE. Payment procedure must contain a cell with no other loose material. Description task priority. Actually, the object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows paratellarians to telekinetically lift materials and throw in short distance to seek up down session information. I want to secretly bound to research purposes. Background. Some of our Soviet military base located in agents and with the CIA. Diskette contained launch codes to missiles believed to be reserved for use against. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at the members of the coding team, and information in the CIA tipped the Bureau off that it was required requisitioned by agents the next day.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Alright, information campaign summary of Willow WAE. American news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast about claiming that the family is killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food, because the ecosystem is being ruined by global warming with a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to. So another WE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. All done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring and any off message off beaters, but it looks like we're in the clear. From a site out. Oh, Brett. I'm dead. Okay.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom. This must have
No one.
opened the door.
System security evaluation confirmed data breach. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the user only accessed a video file, which contains portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the user through the IP address. The following are confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Strutjens, Ruben Nogueras, Arto Kolomaki, Christopher Mills Bowing, and Jacko Simon. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one of or all of the sectors by restricting the use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sectors until the emergency is handled. This can only be lifted via the directorial override and maintenance once the directors satisfy the situation is under control. Internal lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building is only triggered by code red containment breach, based on some complicated systems that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once the threat has been neutralized and a high clearance individual gives the system all clears. This process is not the same as directorial override. Stop saying this is documentation. And choosing the hell, I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant to stay the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Marshall. Okay, doesn't like me in there. Buddy.
Great.
Okay, I don't know how it does that. That seems awkward. I could pick up the thing they're throwing at me, maybe.
They can fly now. Great.
Good. That. Ow. Run away.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Is the elevated agent's label is similar to kinetic competencies observed in Brio Paratronians. Some prefer to charge their target, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevator due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weapon except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted or undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. However, are they able to use paranatural abilities? It's possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It is also worth noting that the Hiss residents can find and express latent paranatural abilities in individuals with corrupts. Well, to a form.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Event summary: a spate of disappearance was traced to a home in the city of Boots, where Bureau agents discovered a translocated light switch cord. Event response: Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at, which has been connected to a total of disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside while searching a closet. Agent pulled the light cord switch and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the events. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house days later. Found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closest disappeared during the incident. Was it?
The hotline can't be far now.
Yes.
Alberto
Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign, perfectly executed.
Mossy, head of comms. The hiss got him.
Line chamber. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. Director Trent, Bill Everetti, custodian. Director Trench, Bill Everett, custodian. Director Trench, Bill Everett, custodian. Director Trench, Bill Everett, custodian, and Corral Bishop.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. The door marked with the black pyramid.
Focus. Butte details. According to the testimony, the agents have been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named Ocean View Motel and Casino. To go to room key by performing a ritual, see the MOT-01. The key opened the door marking the inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. Pulling from the motel cord found inside the room, they transported to the oldest house. Dreams of the house owners and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known as many doors and pathways, since the current identical light switch cord is the one found in the Butte home and appearing throughout the oldest house. And the time of writing, cords have been found in the oldest house located in the sectors. These are all across Ocean View Motel, so how exactly the link operates is the initial hypothesis center of the WAE as a C. Pittsburgh.
Take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Will have damage to the inner ear.
Okay, that's
before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Hello? Anyone here?
Form a ritual. Ah.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
So not touch them. Gone.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Fine. Payment procedure. Objects should be inaccessible for use except for the director. Description / priority. Objects is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob with an unknown purpose. The phone weighs. The object allows the director to communicate with the. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal. See Dinosations 11.6 for more information. Object is currently bound to Dr. Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed it on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the objects, including, and the object remains unknown.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. Conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
I'll quickly have my small 10 to 20-minute break, and I'll be back with some more control. See you guys then. I am back, everyone. Time for a little bit more control.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi.
I think I've seen that one.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts? Dimming my eyes? It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
One more. That was short and simple.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Oh, here. Body's gone. To all detective staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operation exceeding the annual budget. So long as you operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the US Treasury without question. If we see another line in another spreadsheet, there's some lonely accountant won't even notice. The eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house will allow certain freedom in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trent, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Illusions of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals utilitarians. Potency of these abilities depend on the utilitarian using the objective power. As an example, some utilitarians can achieve a avoidance of what others are capable as little as see down in section 11.15 for more information. What exactly terms of individuals' paranatural competence is unknown, but is largely believe that some exist within the body and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised to continue. Unless I've reached actually Northmore Records, doing he is one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Brew have ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Red file 8541982 for full report. Undefined reading.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily?
Accept that one. Initial encounters with an entity known as the Hiss has revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, alter items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of these variable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks is not affected by the corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast, and that was so as the Hiss I have dismissed the theory. A final observation comes from Miss Hayden's self. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corruption entity, but unfortunately, the process kills the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss, or what would be done. File full report.
Let's talk.
Of course.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from? Hi, Jesse.
Nothing for me.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. These readings are erratic.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
The situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench. And Darling arguing a
OMG.
couple weeks ago. Trench was furious. You don't think Darling...
Bureau's golden child. Have to gain from killing the boss.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
Janitor is a bit sus though.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too? The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Oh! Upgrade grip. Okay. Okay.
What's down that way?
Chase a Mega Man horse, object of power.
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous. An object of power. How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Bound friends for life. Yay, we're friends for life. Merry-go-round horse. Merry-go-round horse. WOP-16K. Containment procedure. Objects should be kept in a confined space when unbound. Description / power utility. Fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round. During a merry-go-round ride, the pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speed. You can correct units when its path. The object is currently bound by. Objects were discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local reported that the ride would move on their own and they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see American Overnight, episode 2335, the agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local were found dead in the scene. The object attacked agent by agent vote formula to the object long enough to.
plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home. I miss my home.
That one's not weird at all.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, yes. Easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, että this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ahti.
Yep. Burn the trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a rain, dear. Not into a moon.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Attention Rainer Scarf. Object Power escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round or slipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not contain your own and definitely don't bind yourself to it. Your security chief, Simon Arish. Oh, there's New Line.
Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it, didn't trust it, didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Hey, are you new? Go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's in charge here.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I've just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
You need those pumps and converters online?
She knows. She knows.
I just wanted to make sure.
I think I will end the stream there for today. Thank you all for tuning in. More Control tomorrow. And I see you. Thank you all for tuning. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys then.